Hello and welcome to another installment of Rex Transformers Collection. This installment is long overdue if anybody's been keeping track. I've had some recent problems in my personal life, and it's been pretty tough getting motivated to make any videos, or do much else for that matter, but that's just what I'm going through. Now today, I'm going to show you what is the Duocon Battletrap. Originally, this is the Power of the Primes Generations release of Battleslash and Roadtrap, which combined together to form Battletrap, a Duocon. It's really clever because they've used two Legends class figures to make a deluxe, which it's pretty nice. I wish the gimmick had taken off a little bit more than it did. Originally in G1, Battletrap was just a guy who was formed out of two vehicles, playing off of the usual robot and a vehicle thing. It's like two vehicles that turn into one robot. A little bit odd, and probably why that didn't really take off. I mean, we want vehicles and robots that turn into things, not a couple of things that turn into a robot in general. Everybody likes what they like. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Now these guys here on display are actually, it's really clever, all the engineering that's gone into these. Because of their combination and their transformations, they got a lot of articulation that you probably wouldn't expect from figures of their size. But it does come at a price. The vehicle modes are a little bit wonky, especially, the vehicle modes just don't look very good, and poor Roadtrap here, he only looks good from one angle ever because he doesn't have a back, unfortunately. And that's one of the biggest downsides. He's a glorified pair of pants, poor guy. Battleslash here, he doesn't really suffer from the same problem. He looks decent in all angles, but his helicopter mode is, well, well, his tail looks like a pair of folded up legs. I'll be honest with you. Won't beat around the bush. Now, for this demonstration today of their transformations in combination, this is going to be slightly different than the rest of my combiner format videos, as these two guys are particularly special because two guys who form into one. I agonized for a long time about how to format this video, whether I wanted to do a video for both of them individually and then one for the combiner. As I plan to do for most combiners, I want to show off the individual toy and then one video showing the combination. I guess that's kind of like the carded versus gift set idea. But, well, these guys, there's only two of them, and they need each other. I've read recently that the new War for Cybertron Siege has what I'm presuming to be our redecos of these guys because they're interchangeable. I haven't really looked too far into that. Unfortunately, I haven't been keeping up with this year's toys. I was so into the whole revival of the Masters, the Headmasters, the Power Masters, and what have you. And I'm a little bit disappointed that they're stopping that, but I understand that they're rebooting the entire franchise once again, and I understand that too. We have to keep the material reinvigorated to keep on bringing in new cycles of fans. Oh, I've been rambling on quite a bit. So let's go ahead and demonstrate some of this. What I'll be doing is I'll be taking these guys from robot to vehicle and then combining, because that's just the easiest way to do it. And I think I will start with Roadtrap. Oh, excuse me. Roadtrap. Let's move Battleslash out the way. Now, let me make sure I can stay in frame. I'm out of practice. What we want to do with Roadtrap. As you can see, I don't really think of these guys as individuals, so it's hard for me to remember their names. Let's start with the feet. These have a really fun double joint in them, and we just want to pull it back so that the windshield comes flush with the front of the truck. And repeat it for the other leg. And we'll go ahead and peg them together because we always peg legs together. There are a lot of little pegs and notches. There we go. Now, we've got that. We'll go ahead and flip these tire things up like this. And let me straighten these hips out a little bit. I'm going to flip the shoulders back. Maybe not all the way, because this chest hinges up and over to come about flush with the front of the truck. And that pegs together, of course. This is when we want to fold these shoulders all the way back. As you can see, there's tab holes. Oh, you know, I should straighten out these fists because there are also tabs for that. As you can see, you want these fist oriented so that the door is on the outside, and get everything into the pegs. I'm making it look a little bit easier than it is if you haven't practiced, because I practiced with these guys months ago back in November when I had originally planned on releasing this video, or recording this video. And I've just got myself a big refresher, even cheating to look at the instructions. Now that we've got all this together, we can flip these back. These have a little hole that goes into the peg holes of the pegs of the fists there. We want to spin this head around because we don't want to scuff him up. Fold him down and fold it back about like that. And voila! We have the little truck. And the instructions call out a Prime Master little play feature here. There is this little depression here in these two pegs, which match up with the two pegs on the Prime Master when he's folded up. So here's Liege Maximo, as always, to demonstrate for us as we plug him in, and boom. That's it. We have gone to vehicle mode. It looks real good from there, but you turn them around and you got that. And it's kind of hard to explain. Thought we're supposed to be robots in disguise, right? Okay. Now, move him out the way. Got Battleslash. I want to call this guy Flywheels. But Flywheels is the other Duocon. If you look on TF Wiki, you'll learn the story of how it's suspected the names were swapped. Now, I'm folding the head in here first. Unusually for me, huh? Actually, yeah, I wanted to keep that open. This chest, it opens both ways, so watch where you're opening. Fold these shoulders up. Open up the other side. So we're going to pull these shoulders all the way back. We'll go ahead and fold these rotors onto the feet so we can see where we need to be. Rotate the knees around. Lots of ball and socket joints, which I suppose are good because you don't have to worry too much about popping them out. We have the tail assembled. Oh yes. Let's straighten up these. And we want to, there's a hinge on these shoulders. We want to go pull that shoulder all the way around the hinge. There we go. This one's a little bit tricky. There we are. I want to fold these. Open that up again because these have a tab that needs to be pegged in. We also want to have these arms folded up. They have a double-bladed elbow, or a double-jointed elbow, thinking blade. This is the rotor. We have this little tab slot here, which, of course, the matching one on the wrist there will stick into once we, there we are, almost there. I believe we're there. Oh, why does this have to be difficult? This rotor gets in the way. And we want to match up now. This arm has an extra long tab there hanging off the side that pegs into the matching spot on the leg to make everything nice and secure. We have a long arm peg which needs to go in. Oh, I'm de-pegging things. This is a little bit fiddly because of that big rotor. But persevere and you shall be rewarded. Close that up now. Flip the nose down. And we now have a little helicopter with some free spinning rotor. See, it looks a little bit clunky. He too has prime master transport capabilities with the same sort of setup. We got the depression for the prime master long tab and the two little calf for fly plugs. Plugs right into there. Let's see if I can't. There we are. Free spinning. And it doesn't even hit the prime master. Whoa. Oh. Pull him out. Now, for the fun part. Let's see here. Go ahead and move him off screen. Oh Lord, I just now remembered that I didn't follow up my usual format of showing off the sculpts. Well, I suppose we'll do that once he's all finished. Goodness. Well, okay, let's convert Roadtrap here into his pants mode. First things first is we're going to pull his head up all the way and around. Then we will Again, pop them front wheels out. And this time, we just break them apart. We want to for just a moment pop that out around the side because we need to have a little bit of freedom. There we are. To get those joints working. And flip those back around. Repeg everything there. I believe, just double checking here my final picture to make sure. Yep, that is the pants. But I set them down in a way you can't really see. That is the pants. Set him off to the side. Alright. Now, first thing is first, we need to depeg the rotor assembly. All the way. Open that up so that we can move this back here and out of the way. And close that up for a minute as we depeg all this and fold it down this way this time. Okay. Yeah, we want to open up this back side for this. Because this side is the side that pegs into what are now shoulders. We can go ahead and we'll pull his head out. It pegs to the other side of the other head. Now, this part is a little bit tricky because we want to kind of fold there we go. Fold that joint. We unfold the arms. Get this set up properly. Alright, the trick to this is we want the outside of the hands to line up with our swinging hinge here, because we want the rotor to end up between the two fists, like so. Those don't really peg or tab anywhere, they're just there. Now we have the top half. And of course the head now becomes the connector peg. It just pushes up in there. You want to stay pegged there. There we go. You too. You're supposed to be securely pegged. There we are. Good enough for gimmick work. Oh, I forgot to swing these fists around, open them up. And then, just for a touch of class, we'll throw air raid's gun on here. Accessory sold separately. And there you have it. We have successfully transformed each of his components through both of their modes and into combination. And I suppose this is as good a time as ever to show off some of this sculpt. Let me reach up here. Fine detailing, lots of good paint applications, especially for figures of this size. And then his ugly side. Ooh, you hit that way. There we are. And there you have them. That is Battletrap the Duocon. A fine addition to your collection. I highly recommend this figure because of all the articulation, the clever engineering behind him. Not very a big character in fiction, but hey, not everybody has to be, you know? He's a fun guy. Just an interesting, unique concept, which probably won't be used all that much. If you've been paying attention, you might see what the next video is sitting in the background. I've been waiting to do this one because of the sticker applications involved. So, if you care to, stay tuned. You can always like, subscribe, share. It's all very much appreciated because I do like to make these videos and I'd like for people to see them, but if nobody does see them, it doesn't really matter too much. I'm documenting what I have at the moment. Oh, we still have a few Legends class figures to go through and an entire combiner, which will be fun. Actually, 2 entire combiners. I'll try and have those done in the next 2 weeks. Just pick a day and record those all, just the same way with I did Abominus. But anyway, I hope everybody has a nice day, and See you next time.